lined up. We're good.
We're good. I don't know, did you check? Are we crooked as shit?
Probably.
All right, what's new, guys?
That's kind of our vibe. All right, your mic's on?
Mic's on.
Welcome to Overbooked and Underqualified. My name is Olivia.
I didn't like that. My name's Sam.
Full names only. That's sweet.
Oh, okay. My name's Samantha. And we're newscasters today, I guess.
So, we're kind of at every other week now, so it's been a while since we've gotten together. It's hot out now.
Yeah, and there may be some new forms of content coming.
Yeah, we got some things in the mix.
Yeah, brewing, some might say.
Like a witch's brew.
Exactly, because we love a good fantasy.
We do. So yeah, I'm going to get right into our intro notes. We're going to fight here.
Yeah, we are. We are going to fight here because
I did not
No. I'm scrolling Goodreads. Like a good reader does. Checking in on my friends. Seeing, oh, Amelia's almost done with ACOTAR. Cassie's reading this. Aaron's reading that. And what bitch-ass thing do I see? Olivia Taylor has read City of the Gods.
It's God.
Whatever it is.
City of Gods and Monsters.
I told her in this very podcast garage studio, hey, I think we should read this book together. I've heard really good things. They even made a movie. What if we read it and then watched the movie for content?
I have zero recollection of that. Did they actually make it a movie?
Yeah, and I heard it sucked and they didn't make the sequels.
Okay.
But we could have watched it together.
Okay.
And now here I am, all by my lonesome.
I'm sorry for doing that to you. Here's my defenses. I thought you meant the Book of Azrael, because that series is called The City of Gods and Monsters, or something very similar. And I know we talked about reading that one too. So I did not know, and I apologize. However, I feel like it was a blessing in disguise because I feel like you wouldn't have liked it.
Okay. I will half accept the apology.
Did you read my written review?
That it was a knockoff Crescent City.
Yes. It was a knockoff Crescent City. I feel like you would have hated the FMC.
Okay, for why?
She's very damsel in distress-y. Very
I'm not opposed
like
to a damsel in distress. But
like
is she annoying?
extreme.
Was it YA?
No.
Side-eyeing.
And there was a trope in there that you and I both hate. And even I was like,
What was it? What's the trope?
well, it's kind of a spoiler, but it's she's 19, he's done everything, she hasn't done anything.
Okay.
And it
The
just was
virgin
very
trope that,
like,
I don't know what I'm doing.
yeah, and then like halfway through when they're doing it, she's like, I just don't know, and like needs all this reassurance.
Okay, and it's fine. It's fine. Can't go back now. But I even commented on her Goodreads, guys. I said, excuse me.
But maybe you should read it. You could read it. We could still talk about it.
I'm open. I'm always open to another
It was
book.
just okay. I gave it 4 stars because I
Okay.
really liked that trope and like changing it up from
Yeah.
like the badass FMC. And I do feel like in that kind of a series, like that makes sense for me. Like she's the one mortal in this world, and
How is she not a damsel in distress kind of situation?
but it's like over and over, like
Okay.
700 pages of that.
Do you think that it's worth the hype? We've been talking about this a lot. We feel like the Goodreads community, the way they're rating books, you can't rely on it.
From what I've seen, I feel like more people hated on that book
Than books that we thought were garbage. Okay, interesting.
because of her character. And
Okay.
like a lot of people said he was basically like her dad. Yeah. 'Cause
There's no
he
blood
is-
relation, so
Yeah.
was he like 500 or something?
No, he was 23. She's
Okay,
19.
that's actually like a reasonable age gap, I feel, for a book like that.
Yeah, I think it's like he like drops her off at school and is very like. I mean, I can see what people mean, but I guess I wasn't reading that far into it.
Which, I mean, if you're going to read those types of books, you
But I
can't.
feel like it was good, like generally good, better
Is it
than
on
the
Kindle
fucking
Unlimited?
trash we've been reading.
No shit.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Maybe I'll pick it up then.
I don't know if I'm gonna read the second one. I don't think I'm gonna. There's like 6 books.
Is it the same Like
Yes,
and
they wrapped
you
it
don't
up.
want to read it.
No, and that's also why I was kind of like,
You're glad we didn't read it for the pod.
well, it
or
was
together?
700 pages, and I just am like, I don't need more of this. Like, the synopsis or whatever sounds like a miscommunication trope. And I've like, they wrapped it up pretty well. There was like a teeny couple loose ends that I feel like they're gonna grab at, and I'm just like,
You don't need it.
maybe one day if I run out
You're
of
not in a
stuff.
rush.
Yeah.
Okay. If I run out, that's.
If I run out.
Can you imagine running out of books, being like, guess I better pick this series back up?
Here's my issue lately is I'm having a hard time with
This is driving me nuts.
series. Like
I
it
can't
could
see
be
you.
it can be like even really good, and I just want the tension. And maybe it's because we haven't been, and then once I have that, I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Okay. Do you
Like, I
think
don't
it's
need
also like you
anything
just
more.
read that really good standalone too?
That was good.
Because
That was
I'm
my best book this year. The Poison
over
Daughter.
alchemized. But do they even?
They're
Are they?
so
I was gonna say, are
different.
they even like comparable?
Alchemized is just like, wow, like
Yeah.
good. And this one was just like fun good.
Okay, I got you. So they're different categories. So
And I like the fun but good, you know. I think
since
I think I'll
we've
see that.
last seen each other,
Yeah, I need updates on your stuff. I still have more updates after you're done.
Well, do you want to go every other for book up
Yeah.
that we read? Okay.
Yeah.
I just finished the Song of Achilles.
You finished it.
Yes.
Okay, because you got it. It came available on Libby, right?
Yeah,
Because you
and
talked
I
about that last time. What did you think?
It was like I don't even know how to describe it. First off, the voice actor, so good.
Okay, love
was
that.
a man, and he kind of had like a Roman accent.
Oh, love
because
accents.
like obviously they're Roman.
Yeah.
And the story was like so complicated and felt really real, even though like they're gods and they're demigods.
They're gay, right? Like it's a gay.
Yes. So it's like Achilles and someone who is in an advisor role to him, but they like he becomes an advisor as boys. Like they grow up together. So quick synopsis. The like Achilles' lover, I can't remember his name because it's long and hard to say, and Achilles never called him it.
So you mumbled it in your head.
Exactly. And he gets exiled, and Achilles' dad takes him in because he's like known for taking in boys who have been exiled from their kingdoms. And Achilles knows all of these boys, and this is the first boy he's like showed interest in like getting to know like deeply. And then they grow up together, and it's just like, also I feel like as someone who obviously like doesn't understand what it means to be like gay, I feel like it just kind of described combating these feelings when you're watching a lot of people like all these there, because there's a bunch of boys there and they're all interested in all these girls, all these maids, all these people running around, and the main character is Achilles' lover, and he's like, I don't get it. Like, I'm not interested in them, and I don't understand why I'm not interested in them. And then, like, he's talking about how pretty Achilles' hair is, and, like, this side profile, and it was so good, and the ending was, like, heart-wrenching.
Like
And
in a good or bad way?
both.
Okay.
Because they're, like, prepping you, and, like, the story of Achilles, he dies young. So, like, the entire book, they're prepping you for him to die, and you're like, no, please, wait.
Wait.
And yeah, it
Sounds like it was
so-
very like nicely written.
It was nicely written. It's not like anything I've really read before. It was really refreshing. It was a standalone. It was quick. It was 11 hours.
Oh yeah, that's
Like-
nice sometimes.
Yeah, and it was just, it was really, really good. I really liked it. I think I gave it 3.5 stars
Okay.
because and it's so hard because I'm like, I have a really hard time ranking books. But if I was just looking at it alone, it was well written. The story was good. I feel like there was no loose ends. The voice actor was good. I probably should have given it a 4 or 4.5, honestly. If I'm just looking at it and not comparing other books, because I feel like I'm really bad about that.
I know, but that's kind of like, I feel like that's why I take ranking seriously though,
Yeah.
because I'm like, if I just give every book 4 or 5 stars, then like the truly good ones don't stand out for me then.
Which is so fair, But this felt like it didn't even relate to any of the genres I've read.
I know. It is hard to rate
Because
different.
like when I'm reading
It's like
fantasy v fantasy,
the Poison Daughter versus Alchemist. It's like
Yeah.
in two completely different categories, but I guess I rate off of like how good of a time I had, like
Which
or
is
like how
fair.
much I felt out of
yeah.
it.
But no, I would recommend. It was so good. Again, the voice actor was so good. The only thing I didn't like when he was voice acting is when he did Achilles' mom. But that was it.
Okay.
Otherwise, I felt like he did a really good job.
What did you think of Cassie's recommendations for us today? I still don't know where you're at on dark fantasy.
I'm open. I haven't really read a whole lot of it.
Was there any like no's for you?
No.
Okay.
The only thing I'm just like, I feel like I need to dip my toe in. I just have a hard time with like full on romance books. Because I think I like the like tension of like war and battle and fantasy.
You like more like the plot.
And I like thriller things. Like I like thrilling things. Where like romance, it's like all we're waiting on is the tension of love. And I'm also just kind of like, he doesn't even have like wings. Like why are we?
I really wanna. Are you ever gonna let me read Binding 13 with you?
Yes, I'm seriously open to it. We just also have a million other things on our TBR. But I'm here for it. I want to read
I've
it.
been waiting. I've almost picked it up.
Then move it up.
But
Let's go.
I've been waiting for you.
I'm very.
Because I do feel like romance can be that way.
And I think the reason that I'm like feeling so against romance is the closest I feel like I've gotten to romance in a fantasy setting was the dumb Kingmakers books. Because they were regular people, they were in a school setting.
Yeah.
Like, and I know that it's not comparable.
I
but,
get
like,
where your train of thought is though, because some romances, like, yeah, that is the point.
Yeah.
People want predictable, people want that,
Yes.
but I've also read romance where I'm like, you get so much of their backstories and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then I feel like that's what makes it good, and there is somewhat of a plot.
And you want to know what? That's a lie. I have read a romance before, but it was like kind of sad-esque, like,
And the last letter just
The
doesn't
Last
even
Letter.
compare.
because I read Ugly Love, which I am a Colleen Hoover hater.
Haven't read any
I've
of her
read
books.
I've read 3 of her books.
I'm not interested.
Verity was good.
I
The
have heard good
twists were
things there.
crazy. I read Ugly Love. It was weird. And then I read It Ends With Us. Puke in my goddamn mouth. Get that book out of my face.
So you've just had some bad experiences
And that's
too.
probably why I'm not reaching for romance.
Yeah.
But again, always willing to try again.
It's hard for me to branch out because I'm like, when I have all these like really good books that I'm excited for, and then I have to like force myself into this.
Which honestly, I should be branching out because these YAs are doing us dirty.
Oh my god. You guys, we're just bummed this year. Like,
We are. We're halfway through the year, and I feel like the only book that's knocked my socks off this year was Alchemized. And that was like knocking my
2
socks
bucks
off.
out of how many books we've
Yes.
read.
And that book was devastating.
Yeah.
Like, feels like it broke a part of my soul. And that's
Yeah.
the only book where I'm like, yeah, that was a good one this year.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm just kind of like,
I know, and I
Nah.
feel like that's why I'm like desperately trying to grasp at like other books
I
right now.
know.
I need to get through Crescent City so bad. I'm like halfway through, and I just cannot.
the second one. She's on Sky and Breath.
I just need to like
Which,
get
if you
back
want to know
into
what's
it.
crazy to me, that is one of my favorite Sarah J. Maas
No,
books.
I love it. I freaking love Crescent City. And I
Yeah.
love Hunt and I love Bryce. They're like my favorite characters. I just like once I stopped, I'm like I don't know, I
Which
feel
I
frozen.
feel like that is hard to, but like that book specifically is like one of my favorite Sarah J. Maas books. I feel like it is so well written. The series isn't my favorite of Sarah J. Maas, but that like
I love the
alone.
world building.
it's so good.
It's so good, and I do like the character. Yeah, it's well done.
She did so good on that book.
So I need to finish it. I don't know. I just feel paralyzed.
Because you got another 800er you have to read before the next ones come out too. I do have them all on audiobook.
I know she keeps trying to lure me in. Savage Land series.
Yes.
I'm like on book 4, and I just am not into that either. I'm like,
How many?
you
Or
guys,
what?
6, I think. I might
Damn.
DNF after this one if I make it through. I bought it on Audible because I had credits, and now I'm
Yes.
regretting it.
Also, can we talk about Audible making your credits expire at the end of the month?
Yes.
How fucked up.
That is so dumb. It
If
makes
I
me
bought
want to
the
like
credit-
rebel against
yeah.
them.
My brother and sister-in-law canceled their subscription.
Yeah. It just is not worth it. Because
No,
if you
'cause-
forget, you wasted $15.
And I'm sorry, I already spent the money. What does it matter if I don't buy it right away?
Yeah.
Like, what a fucking rip.
I did use Everand. I was telling you about that. I would probably subscribe to them after I'm like done using up my
Yeah,
Audible.
she got a gift for Christmas
Yeah.
this year.
Because it just sucks.
No,
like,
it's just
so
a
then I
rip-off.
panic, ordered that book because I was kind of reading it. I'm like, well, I'll probably continue the series,
Yeah.
and it's just not doing it for me anymore.
'Cause I know you were really. Do you think did they finally sleep together and get together? The
They've
Emma
been
scene?
sleeping together for a while.
But like they hated each other.
But like, yeah, it was like.
Did they love each other now? And
Not
it's just,
really.
Okay.
I don't know. It's a
To be
weird
on book
series.
4 of 6 and have them not actually be in love with each other, it feels crazy.
Yeah, and then stuff happened. And
Yeah.
it was just sort of like whatever. Anyways, this book, I've been seeing a lot of. It's called Air of Illusion. I was so excited to pick it up. It used to be on Kindle Unlimited. Now they just took it off, so I don't know if I'm gonna buy it or not. But it sounds
okay.
really good. I'm just like itching for like the tension that we're not getting here.
Yes.
Which
I need a series to scratch my itch bad.
Yes.
And I don't want it to be longer than 2 to 3 books. I don't want to pick up another 6-book series.
yeah.
Like, I want a start to finish 3 books solid because I feel like a lot of authors are trying to like make these book series too long because they feel like they can prolong it, and you don't need to. Let's cut the cords. Like Burn or Spark of the Everflame. I really liked that series. Still like it. I'm gonna read the new one. I feel like that book probably could have been done in 3 to 4 books.
Yeah. I know. I hate when they drag it out.
Also, Crown Tide. Girl, what are we doing?
They just die out for me. Like,
I know.
there's only so much.
Especially when you keep switching the storyline.
Yeah, and part of like segueing into this
Yes.
series too is just like the second book was so like
Yeah.
what do I do? What do I do? Picking sides, la 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 la. And I'm just like, we could have just made this probably a duet too, honestly.
I agree. This wasn't a bad series for me.
Let's do a rating right away.
Right away. Okay. Entire series or this certain book or both?
Both.
Okay. This book was better than the second, I think.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm going to go 3 for this book. 3 stars.
I put 3 stars too, and probably 3 as a whole.
I would probably be teetering on that 2.75, 3 mark. Second book was rough for me, the teetering back and forth. Feel like there's a lot of excuses, and the YA drama is redonk in this book.
I feel like I give it 3 stars and that's me setting aside my hatred for YA right now, because I think we've just been burned by like One
Yeah.
Dark Window, all these other books.
Yeah.
And now I'm just feeling like, and Crown Tide, things like that, where I'm just like, I'm so done. But if I didn't have that, I wonder if I would have enjoyed this series more.
Well, the thing that I was struggling with was the back and forth on Kiva's end of should I, shouldn't I, shouldn't I, should I? And then she gets like fucked over, and then she's pouting this entire book.
Kiva's character was horrible.
Yeah.
All 3 books for me.
I didn't mind her in the first book.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I didn't mind her in the first book. I thought it felt right.
At the end, she pissed me off.
You don't know what?
Which-
Half of this series, I liked her.
Okay.
So halfway through the second book, I was like, okay, it's probably time to pick sides. I think that It's okay to have needed to come back, evaluate where your brother and sister at, evaluate the kingdom. Haven't met the queen yet. Is she evil? Haven't met the king yet. What's
Yeah.
going on there? Need to assess the situation. But by the half of the book, she loves Calden. She's in love with
It just
Jaren.
doesn't add up.
Tip's running around with Oriel having the wonderful time. Like, it was an easy choice.
It was yeah.
Especially when we find out that Tor doesn't support the movement anymore.
It was so, and I have issues with this last book too, but this last book was my favorite of all three.
Okay.
Only because I really liked, and we're not doing our normal chapter v chapter on
Yeah,
this one.
this is
We're
the
just
first
sort
time,
of,
yeah.
we're just sort of doing the whole thing, which so bear with us. But
Yeah.
basically, I liked the rings part of it, and that's why I gave me the heart. Like I liked that plot point, but we'll get to that. So we picked up this book, and it starts off with her in the prison. Well, okay, it starts off with an epilogue, and it's of her mom's point of view. Which I have issues.
Doesn't make any sense.
I have issues. It doesn't make any sense. Like, all of a sudden, we're getting her mom, like, crying to Galric about how she's, like, made a mistake and it's all her fault and she's innocent and all this stuff. And I'm like, what? So now she's good?
Yeah, I didn't like this scene because, so they tell us that she's been taking the blame for all these people being killed or not healed.
It doesn't add up.
But it's been Zulika doing it.
Doesn't add up.
And I'm also kind of like, girlfriend, you've been doing this for 10 years. I think it's time, and your daughter is an adult now, making her own decisions. Why are we still covering for her?
A huge plot point that I have an issue with, and maybe I missed it.
Yeah.
We never found out any more really about her mom. We were just sort of told, like, she's innocent. It's Zulika's the bad one. We never got, like, insight on why and when she started using the dark magic. Because according to this book, she used it once, and then that's why she got sick, because she never used it again.
And it, like, festered.
And it festered, but I'm like, so what made her do that? Like, what? So now you're just telling us that she's good? And, like, I'm not getting that.
And it took 10 years for this dark magic to kill her from the inside out, too, is kind of my thing.
And, like, you're just putting all this blame on Zulika. Like, it just didn't add up for me.
And I'm also kind of like, how did Zulika learn that this was even an option?
Well, exactly. I'm like, why and when did she do that? I would have loved some backstory there.
Like, and again, we're going to get there. Galdric becomes part of the travel team.
Yeah.
And he asks Kiva, well, do you want me to tell you more stories about Tilda? And she's like, no, I didn't want to learn anything else about my mom. And I was like, I would like to learn more.
Yeah, what about us?
Yeah. What about the reader?
And, like, I respect that, but it also didn't add up to me.
No.
Like, I wanna just remember her like I want to, and as a child. And I'm like, so you're just gonna, like, ignore that? Like, don't you want some true, like, answers?
I'm also kind of like, Tor could give you more information too. Like, there's a million different facets for us to have learned.
That was a huge issue for me.
Yeah, it felt
with
like a
this
plot hole.
Yeah. And
I like the epilogue, and then it also makes it seem
would've
like
been
Galdric and Tilda are in love in the epilogue.
which we also didn't get really much into.
We did get some, but like, it wasn't good.
It was just it lacked for me there.
Yeah.
I was really disappointed in that. Yeah. I don't know. It would have been better, honestly, if they just leaned into the evil thing. Almost.
I agree. And the thing is, she has like a villain origin story. Her husband and her child were murdered for working with rebels when they weren't. You have a reason to be evil.
Which I also said in the last few episodes, that was a big complaint of mine, as I'm like, why did that even happen? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we never got any insight besides, like, this horrible thing happened, and then that just started, like, the whole rebel movement, and, like, it just feels like...
Like, how good could it have been if we find out later down the line, because we find out more about Galdric. Big shocker, he's evil. Wouldn't it have been so good if he's like, I told the Royal Guard you were a rebel sympathizer, so it would spark Tilda into joining the movement.
It would have made the whole rebel thing make more sense.
100%, because they had two unended finishes that they could have just like tied together. and put them together like perfectly.
And I feel like that added to the frustration, because then we're like even more, okay, it's obvious which fucking side to pick.
yeah.
And so as the reader, it's so frustrating. It would have been almost nice if we could have been like, okay, I can see where the rebels are coming from. We
'Cause
never got
no.
that. Besides like this one isolated incident, which
Yeah.
was horrible.
It was.
But like, not enough for this whole...
Because the only book I've ever read where I didn't know what side to pick, Alchemized, and I ended up not wanting to be on either side. So it was just like frustrating to be like, this is really fucking obvious.
And like, to me, I'm like, you guys could have just like went to family therapy or something and figured this out. Like, this just feels so...
Yeah.
Anyways, so then she's at the prison, and now she's all addicted to angel dust.
Yeah, so we're back at the prison in Zalendov, and I was kind of frustrated because it felt like we were just starting the first book over again. My first prediction in this was that Galdrick was going to be alive and that he was going to be the one who got Kiva out of Zalendov.
Okay, I had predicted Tor. Both wrong.
Okay, yeah, both wrong. So that's kind of where I was shooting, because I'm like, he was around there with Tilda, maybe he's been lurking around, yada yada. But, so she's going through withdrawal, and Cresta is helping her through this. Also,
Cresta fucking
carried this book.
Carried this book. She is the reason why this book gave 3 stars.
I agree.
If she wasn't
was
in this,
so good.
it would have been way lower. She was awesome. She made the book.
Yes. Like, what
10 out of
character
10.
development. This was the perfect character arc.
And you know what? She called Kiva on her shit all the time. And
100%.
as the reader, I was like, yes, somebody fucking call her out.
Yes. I was so here for Cresta. So basically, she's helping Cresta through all these drug symptoms. And it's like, you saved my life once. I owe you. I'm saving you now. And then we're done. We also find out that this was just a little heartbreaking that Rook killed Mott after the rebellion.
Which somebody had to get killed off in this book,
Yeah.
so that's fine.
I kept waiting for it to be... I also have something that I feel like would have made the book better. We can talk about it later, but it's been something that's been pressing on me.
So she's like tunneling, they're building this
Yes.
relationship, Rook's being horrible again, whatever, she's having a horrible time, she eventually kind of gets clean, and then they get shoved into the, the abyss together, and Cresta's basically like, dude, stop, you're fucking crying, like,
Yeah.
it's been how many weeks, let's start training and like fight,
Yeah, and
like
Cresta...
enough.
I agree. She gets her out of her shit, and then Cresta gives us some backstory on her, like, own life, too. So we find out that her sister got into angel dust one time when they were little, and she had to, like, help her through that. She almost died. Then her dad wrote her sister off after that. Dad's super abusive. Sister dies, is what it seems like, and then Mom and Cresta run away together.
Yeah, and this is all just implied.
Yes, it's all implied. So we get more backstory. Obviously, it's devastating. She says that she doesn't have family left anymore when Kiva asks her about, like, leaving Zalendov.
So she assumes they're dead and whatever. Then all of a sudden, Navik picks Kiva up from the jail. Or his people do. And she's like shipped off to Navik land, and she leaves Cresta behind. And she's like, I'll come back for you. And I was like, sure you fucking will, but okay.
And that also, like, made me feel really upset, because Cresta doesn't know that she's leaving, because she got pulled out of the cell, and she's assuming she's coming back. And I'm like, no, Cresta!
I know, you're the only good one.
Please stay! And
I'm not
then,
the only good one. Oh, sorry.
oh, it's probably your mom. $10, that's your mom, look.
Every time. I literally every time. Come on, Mom!
Yeah. And then I also thought that it was interesting because we also learned that Cresta wasn't necessarily supporting the rebels. That's just kind of what fell into her hands. She wasn't really a rebel supporter. She was like, I just needed something to help me maybe get my mom healed, and she ended up in Zalendov.
Yeah, because they said basically it was her chance at getting out of Zalendov. Which again, I'm like, okay, reason number 700 million, why not choosing the rebels would have been a good choice, but I digress.
But we're moving on.
Then, so Navik is a total asshole to her. She gets there, she has this maid that's kind of like hanging around her, and she's all like, now she like takes a firm stance that like the rebels are bad, and
Yeah.
she's all for the Valentis family and all this. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, and now you take a stance, miss.
Little
I don't
late.
want to choose.
And
But that was refreshing that she actually was like,
yes, she committed finally. And then this maid is being super sus.
yeah, I was like, something's up with her.
Yeah, 100%. And then we go, she like goes to meet Navik, and Kiva assumes that she's there for him and Zulika's wedding. Mm-hmm. She's like, why the hell would
Would you
Zulika?
call that? She called it.
Kiva is actually who got signed up to marry Navik.
Which she totally called it.
Yeah, 100%. And Navik, at first, I kind of thought that we were walking into a new MMC.
Well, because they keep saying that he's handsome.
Yeah,
and
they
all
keep
this
saying that
stuff.
he's hot, and Kiva's like embarrassed, and I'm like, I'm not necessarily opposed to an MMC switch. I
Yeah.
was like, okay.
And then after he, like, brings in this anomaly.
Yeah,
he has all these anomalies.
Yeah, which is weird.
He, like, throws a freaking fireball at her and then backhands her. And I was like, ooh, wow, I don't think that this is going to be a love triangle.
He said, oh, never mind.
So her arm is all like freaking burned
Yeah.
up. She's just having a negative time, and he's like, use your magic. Your mom promised me that you had way more magic.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, and we're supposed to be convinced that like her mom it was Zulika. Like,
Yeah.
your mom fucking sucked. Either way,
Yeah.
even if she wasn't practicing dark magic more than the one time, she
I-
was not saving you in any way.
No.
If you wanted to pull her out of the prison, like, why did she make this deal?
Yeah.
Why, like, that, I feel like we did not get answers on
No,
that.
I agree. And they were trying to like make Tilda seem semi not to blame, but she was still a shitty mom. Doesn't matter if maybe she wasn't evil, but
Yeah, I don't know. It was just really freaking weird.
and then we find out she's got 2 days to escape basically because that's when the wedding is. And I was like, okay, there's a lot going on right now, and I
There
don't
was
know
a
where it's
lot
gonna
to
go. And I'm
unpack.
like, not very interested at the moment, if I'm being completely honest. When I'm reading the book, I'm like, okay, so now we've got 5 plot lines going on. Jaren is on the run with Calden and Nari. Tip's with Ress. Tor is knocked out somewhere because he's been stabbed. Cress is at the jail alone. Mirren and Zulika are ruling the palace together. There's just too much going on. And then Kiva's getting married.
Yeah, it was just too much. And then we
Yeah.
find out that the maid is Ashlyn, because which I loved.
I did love this too.
I liked that a lot. And Ashlyn comes in, she has earth magic. She's like healing her up, gives her this freaking snake crap.
Yeah,
this
snake root.
It's poison. And that basically heals her up because Kiva, like, literally couldn't use her magic, which I'm like, bitch, the whole fucking second book, you should have been like. Sometimes she just, like.
I know, it was so frustrating.
And
I was also kind of like, we meet this princess, Mirren's ex-girlfriend. Her and Mirren aren't even together, so Mirren did this whole fucking overthrow
Yeah.
to not even be with her girlfriend. I was so pissed. Like, it was so fucking annoying. We
it just was not adding up.
And
Nothing was adding up.
And we meet this princess. She's very genuinely nice.
Yeah.
And Navik and her fiance are like fighting, and it just,
It was really messy there
Yeah.
for a minute. Anyways, Ashlyn gets her out, but Kiva's like, no, we have to go get Galdrick,
Yeah,
because she
'cause
was shown Galdrick
in the
before.
prison cells, and she felt like it was important that she saves Galdrick because he's a part of the rebels. Which also,
What doesn't make. She doesn't use her wise mind at all. And this is all it is. Like, that's why I have such an issue with her character. Is like, she never uses her wise mind. Like, if she was thinking about anyone else, like, other than her, like, Jaren, like, yes, the drugs, all that sucks. But, like,
yeah,
it's always like, oh, Jaren. Like, she never thought about Cresta and, like, really looked into it. She never thought, like, Galdrick and how this is gonna look.
and something that also like it made me feel like the Jaren Kiva situation. Obviously, we didn't get Jaren's perspective a lot, but the Kiva part made me think of the rebel hunter or the witch.
You hated that.
That
too
series is so dumb.
Maybe YA just isn't for us.
No,
dude.
because what the fuck? Name a YA series that you feel like has knocked your socks off.
Light Lark. Not the whole series, but the first 2 books.
And I would agree. The first 2 books were insane.
Knocked my socks off. Other than that,
Which is also so frustrating because the rest of the series is so
I mean, like Hunger Games. Is that technically YA? I think it is.
No, it is YA because they don't do. I just read it. It's YA.
But that's like before, so I
I'm
guess
talking
I'm
about
really
like
like new.
recently. I probably agree with you. The first 2, I'd even take the first 3 Light Larks.
Like they're just fine. They're just fine. Like they're just fine.
Yeah.
They're just fine.
Anyway.
Anyways, so then Galdrick we find out he has magic. He wind tunnels them out.
Basically, he transports them.
He has a spider on you. Oh my god.
That doesn't bug me. Did you guys see her eyes?
Well, I
They're
thought
like
it was
bang!
oh, look at it. It's scurrying.
It's running away.
It's
Run
scuttling.
away.
Your
Get.
favorite word. Anyway,
Scuttle.
sorry. He's a big fan.
He listens every week. He's got a little home in Colton's toolbox.
Anyways, okay, so then they get back to this thing, the base, and
Yeah.
guess what? Everybody hates Zulika, and they all accept Ashlyn back as their leader, and whatever. They walk into the room, and guess what? Who's all there? Cresta, Tor, Jaren, Calden. Tip is there, but not in the physical room. So everyone's reunited.
Yes.
It's super freaking awkward.
And like, I can appreciate this because I started to get a little more interested.
Me too.
Because I was like, thank God we didn't have to wait for half the fucking book for the whole team to get back together.
And honestly, I'm glad Cresta got out right
Yes.
away too, and I'm like, yeah, this seems like kind of like...
It seems
I don't
really
want to say lazy
far-fetched.
writing,
It
but
felt that way because it was also kind of like, so Kiva was in there for 10 years and all it took was Tor dressing up as a guard.
exactly. It felt like okay, but part of me was a little bit thankful that we didn't have to go through like
I
a
agree.
rescue.
Then going back to Zalendov for a 3rd time, yeah, no thanks.
So I'm like, I guess I'll take it. Jaren's pissed, and
Which, like, rightly so.
him and Ashlyn go off because he's mad. Tor and Cresta are tied up. Tresta basically gives them all before they leave, like a lowdown of what happened. And the whole time, like, I really had a hard time with Kiva in this chapter and the following chapters.
Okay.
When she's just like, don't tell him. Like, don't tell him what happened. Like, don't tell Ashlyn. Don't tell him about my burn. And, like, don't tell him about this. Like, why have we not learned? You should be upfront. And then when she was like, don't tell him about the drugs, I'm like, yeah, that's great. Keep holding more fucking secrets from him. Like, how is that going to go? How is that going to go? And does she apologize when she sees him?
No.
And for weeks afterwards?
No, she's just avoiding him like the black fucking plague. Which
After-
also, that
oh
felt really YA.
Oh
that
my
part of
God.
it felt so fucking
She
YA.
didn't even try.
No.
And then she's just like, don't tell him. Like, don't tell him. Like, no. Now's the fucking time. Like, you want so badly
To be together.
to be together, right?
Yeah.
Why did your relationship fail? Because you lied.
You're a dirty fucking...
And you made a big deal about him lying to you. So what is your reaction to that? To
Yeah.
hide and lie more.
And then it was just like, all so fucking much. Calden forgives Kiva. This is also kind of like a, we have the wrong MMC if you're asking me. And then we find out that Terrell turned himself in after saving Cresta. That's how they got to the camp. We also find out that the king died from the stress, which was like also so frustrating because I'm like,
Kiva
could have
coulda-
healed him.
I know.
I was like, he didn't have to fucking die. But here we are.
Because you didn't want to choose a side. It just doesn't, it didn't. And then, yeah, like you said, so like Cal and her then go off and have this moment.
Yeah.
And they like hugging and she's sobbing and saying like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and I'm like, you can say sorry to the man you don't love?
And then it pissed me off when she was like, he's been my fierce protector and like only friend. And I'm like, the only reason he has is because you haven't give Jaren that chance.
And that that actually cracked me up so bad because it was like, he's been my fiercest protector besides Jaren. And I was like, oh, so did we just write that in because you wrote this line? You go, ooh.
Jaren literally
not the
saved your
MMC.
ass a million times, and you're betting me, like, if you would have just told him when you told Calden
Yeah.
that he wouldn't have, like,
It was a lot.
this was so avoidable.
No, and then find out that Nari's been in like a coma, but she's like also she hasn't eaten or drinking anything in like she hasn't eaten or drinking anything in like weeks, and she's just fine in coma.
And then, like, so she can't ever use her magic, right? Well, she, like, can fix her no problem.
This like actually cracked me up so bad. I'm like, this is so fucking dumb. Nari's just laying down sleeping. Hasn't eaten or drinking in like, what was it, 16 weeks or some shit like that?
It makes him like, what?
Ah, that's 4 months.
I'm like, what is going on? And then she just like heals her. It's fine. Nari's obviously pissed.
So is Tip. Tip
Tip's
wants
pissed.
nothing to do with
Which
Diva.
I'm like, yes. She was
Consequences.
horrible to Tip.
Consequences. I agree. We talked about this the last time. She did not give a shit how, like, Tip's life was going. And she's basically his mom.
Well, and that's what pisses me off. Is like she didn't think or care about Tip. Like she didn't think or care about like
No.
Cresta. Like she wasn't thinking about Tor and how he was like.
She's super
it's just
selfish.
like yes, like she's not thinking about Jaren and how he's
No.
gonna react to this and like what the consequences are.
Yeah.
It's just I'm like, I don't know. I was really waiting for her to arc, and there was just no growth with her character.
No, there really wasn't.
None.
And she just basically, like, fell into where they ended up at.
Like,
because
I
it wasn't
really-
even her choice.
I thought that, like, Cresta, like, and they're talking the abyss,
Mm-hmm.
like, she's working out. She's like, Cresta's like, you gotta get your fight, like, enough of this, like,
Wallowing.
I loved when Cresta told her, like, enough with this victim mentality.
Yeah.
Because it was very
It
much
was.
like,
Yes, she's had horrible things happen to her, but she's not helping the fucking situation.
and she's not changing it. So, like,
No.
I would have loved to see her be like, this is what's up. Like, I was in Zalendok. I was drugged. It's not an excuse. I'm so fucking sorry for what happened. From now on, like, I'm going to prove it
We're
to you.
straight shooting.
You can be mad, but, like,
I'm not expecting you to want to get back with me, but we're on the same team now. Let's figure it out.
yeah. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
And you
I
know
hope
what?
we can work past this.
It would have been a million times better if she did that, and Jaren was like, well, I'm still fucking pissed.
Yes!
And you wanna know what? He has a
Yes.
right to be pissed still.
And then,
okay?
like, all the things that, like, happened, like, the rings and all that,
Yes.
like, that would have done more for me. But
I
this
agree.
just, I'm like, your character is not changing. It doesn't even feel like you feel remorseful.
It feels like they end up on accident.
Yeah.
And also, no, they end up back together because Jaren. Because of Jaren. I literally was so fucking done with this. I wrote Cresta's giving.
2 stars!
Yeah. I'm changing my
We're
answer,
dropping
bitch.
our rank.
And then I was kind of into the, like, it felt like we were moving off YA when Ashlyn was helping Kiva with her shoulder and Jaren came in and was like, who did this? And I said,
Loved that.
he said, I would like more, actually.
Yeah, no, I did like that.
And then I wrote down a prediction because Cresta and Jaren were being all sassy. Not Jaren. Cresta and Calden were being all sassy. And I said, ship it.
Okay.
They're together.
Which they kind of do.
They
at
end
the
up
end,
together.
Kind of.
There's very much implication of them starting some type of
Which I'm like, yeah,
romance.
let's move on.
I would rather see Cresta and Calden. Can we move perspectives?
Okay, where am I at now? Yeah, so then they go on this, like, Galdrick is all
Yeah.
like, you gotta find the rings. And Cresta
Yes.
literally goes, are we fucking really trusting this guy?
Yes!
And believing him? And that was another thing, too, where I'm like, you guys are all still blind trusting
Mm-hmm.
random people. Like, we didn't learn.
No. And Cresta's like, you're sketchy as shit.
We did
And
not
everybody's like,
learn.
oh, Cresta.
It's just like, anyway, so then they go on this, like ring trip. And I
Yeah.
liked these quests. I liked the
did too.
kingdoms.
It's like
I
world
liked the
building.
tasks.
Every kingdom was a different way to get the ring.
We got a
I
little-
agree.
yeah, we
it was
got-
so good.
Yeah. So then, before the trials, I believe, She tries to talk to him, or was that in between trials?
I think Jaren talks to her. No.
No, she tries to
it was
pull
she
him
tried to
aside,
talk, and
'cause
this,
it's
like,
been, like,
also pissed me off. Bad.
Weeks,
And
guys.
Tor literally had to push her to talk to him. Tor's like, I had a conversation with him. It was hard, and we're not gonna be best friends, but. And he's like, why haven't you?
Yes, like, it's been weeks.
Yes, like, they've been traveling together, and she's avoiding him like the black fucking plague.
And she's just like, he's mad, and like,
Also, the audio
I'm
reader, I feel like
scared.
makes it so much worse because her voice is so pouty. I don't know if you listened to a lot of this one.
yeah, I didn't. I read a lot of this one, and I actually think I liked it more reading
I
it.
bet I probably should have. I think I'm having a hard time, and I've been listening so much because I'm not enjoying reading as much as I usually do right now. So I have to listen. So I think if we get a big, good, juicy book, and I can just like get into
Honestly, like, having been forced to read The Poison
it, yes,
Daughter
helped
me a lot. And then I'm like, God, I really love reading more.
I need
Audio
to jump
just
back
doesn't
in.
do it for me as much.
Yes. Which I think audio can be really good, and I enjoy audio, but I think for me to like the series wholeheartedly, I'm fine with a 50-50 split, but I have to be reading as well.
It helped. I do feel like that. But
Okay.
yeah, so then she goes to pull Jaren aside, and he, like, I feel like it was very valid, was like,
Yeah.
I don't want to get to know you. Like, I don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
He's mad. He's like, I don't have an interest in getting to know you. Like, you fucking fucked me
Yeah.
over. And I did appreciate that he's so mature, and he's like, it was honestly, like, it's not your fault, but, like, it's my fault for trusting you, and
Yeah.
I'm mad at myself. Like,
And he was just kind of like, once this is done, we're going to go our separate ways, and I don't need to see you again.
yeah.
Which also, fair. You lost your kingdom. You lost your magic. She was lying to you the entire time. Your family's now being held hostage. Your dad died. Like, and I literally wrote down, have you ever read a book where one of the MMCs messed up so bad that, like, the two didn't end up together?
No, I don't think so.
I think I would have almost appreciated that more in this book.
Yeah.
Then, like, if Kiva owned up to
Me
it,
too, because I lost it for her.
because it just felt fake for them to end up together. And without her even trying.
Well, and this, again, so he kind of lays into her
Yeah.
and waits for her to say, and she's like, well, I guess I won't say my thing anymore.
Yeah,
and I'm
and-
like, no, this is the time where you buck the fuck up and you say, hey,
You're
this
right.
this is what I've been going through. Like, I fucked up, I know, but, like, I still want to be with you.
Or just being like, I fucked up. This is what happened to me. Like, I would love to get to know each other, and if it leads somewhere, cool. If not, I get it.
But this is the point where you, like, say. But I think she's just like, I hate to, like, well, I'm not going to tell him, but, like, hopefully someone else tells him so, like, he knows.
And that's the other thing that pissed me off is Calden is like trying to talk Kiva up to him the whole time, and Jaren literally goes, Calden told me everything. Still not interested.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, like, she's like, well, I'm not going to say anything more because I don't want to, like, disrespect him. And I'm like, that's fine, but you don't have to, like, you could still respect that, but be like, this is where I'm at.
Yeah.
But I respect where you're at. Like, it
I
just was,
agree.
like, all of that lead up till nothing, like, and you couldn't even say, I'm sorry.
And she basically just disassociates and goes, you're right, this conversation is over.
And then pouts. Literally pouts. Like, he's looking over at her and she's like,
yeah. That's
on
literally
their
how I
horse-
picture it.
on their horse rides. So then the trials happen.
Yes.
Trial number 1, she basically is like, it's a trial to the death, which I was laughing because when they were like, we're just going to grab the rings and go, I'm like, yeah.
The rulers are gonna be like, oh yeah. Dumb bitches.
So then the 4 girls have to fight off.
It was the 3 girls have to fight off, or was it 4?
It was 4 because it
Four,
was
Cresta.
Nari,
It was
Ashlyn,
yeah.
Cresta,
And Kiva.
And Kiva.
Have to fight off 4 people from this realm, and 2 of them are anomalies.
Yeah. So they're like fighting, and then she
And
kills a
She kills
woman
someone, and she obviously goes,
protecting Nari.
and she goes into the whole like, there's blood on my hands. Well, yeah, bitch. Nobody else has an issue with killing. Like, shut up.
I don't know how I felt about that. I was kind of like, finally, I'm getting some like something. I don't know.
I was just like so over it because I was pissed about all the other scenes. And she was just standing there while Krista, Ashlyn, and Nari are all like fighting to survive. And she's like, I can't. Ugh.
It is hard for me. And, like, I know Nari said, like, don't use your magic, don't use your magic. But, again, I'm like, you could have been practicing with your magic. And, like, you're not using your, like, smart mind.
No.
You know that you have it. And then you're just sitting there getting drowned over and over again, waiting for someone
at all. There's no logic to her in this entire fucking book.
She's always just sort of, like, waiting
For someone to save her. That's literally the entire thing. And I'm like,
even
girl,
like with the apology stuff,
that
like
sucks.
waiting for someone else to tell what happened to her, waiting for Krista to like spill the beans about things.
Yes.
So she doesn't look like it's just like she wants people to feel sorry for her.
Yeah. So basically, they kill everybody, and then they have to go to a feast to get their ring. And
Feast.
and then
I want to go to a feast.
Me too.
With wine.
Lots of wine. And Tip like freaks out and goes, "You almost died!" And then they're like all together.
Which
again.
I'm
Which
glad.
I can appreciate it.
Yeah, that made sense for Tip's character.
And I also feel like her secret, she did shitty shit to Tip. Don't get me wrong, but her secret I feel like didn't affect Tip as much as like Jaren and everybody else.
Yeah, I mean he's a kid. Like you can't tell kids everything.
Yes. But so they're back. They're good.
And then Nari kind of forgives her too here
Yeah.
because she like comes. They have a moment about her killing someone. They kind of she's like, you saved me and whatever.
Yeah.
So like they're made up. Basically, all that's left on the list is Jaren. And Jaren basically told Tip like, hey, you should forgive her. And like he was shocked by this.
I'm like, so you don't, the man you love, you don't know, and the man that you love doesn't know you either. Because I'm sorry, that's the first thing I'm thinking Jaren's talking to Tip about. Mm-hmm. I was just so over it because I'm like, you're in love with the person and you're acting like I don't know why you're surprised by all these things. Do you think Jaren's gonna fucking badmouth you to the kid that you essentially raised? Like, get out of my fucking face, Kiva.
I liked the trial. I liked that she killed someone, honestly. It gave her some, like, something.
Yes, and all the other ring trials, I agree, they go to the next one. It's like a fat, horny king.
That's like the perfect description. They have all these obscene images on the wall.
And she's covering Tip's eyes as they walk through the halls, and it was just cracking me up.
And, like, we get more of, like, the don't look at her kind of thing with Kiva. And
Yes.
I liked that. They go underground to this lady, basically a mystician.
Yes.
Not a magician.
I
Mystician.
know. And I'm like, couldn't we just said fortune teller?
And, like, I was so confused because apparently this mysticians are from another world. They're, like, fortune tellers
They're
not
not from
of
a
this
different
person.
world. They're from like a different country.
Okay, whatever. They made it seem like it was, like, this other world thing. Did they not?
They did. It was just weird.
So
it was
then they
fucking
go,
weird.
They go like underground, and the lady's like, "You're the most distressed Kiva," and she's like, "How'd she know my name?" Like it's whatever.
It's giving like lady with a big hat and a crystal ball.
Yeah, 100%. So then she goes into this back room. She's like, "I'll be okay. I'll take one for the team so we can get this ring."
This shit pissed me off.
You guys, she had two
bad.
choices. Her biggest fears. One was kissing Jaren. Two was angel dust.
It's literally fucking laughable because like Jaren would have been like, yeah, if we gets us the ring, cool. But she's like, I can't put him through that, and I can't put myself through that. Let me snort a line.
It was so fucking dumb. And then before this, she was like shaking, thinking about angel dust as they were like passing all these stands and stuff.
She looked like a chihuahua on the
And
street.
then topping on the cake is the mystician literally goes, "This is the wrong dumb choice, by the way."
The other one was actually significantly easier and would have been
She
much better
says that.
for you. It was so good. And then Kiva Karis takes
And
the
then she
angel
thinks
dust.
she can go out.
And act normal.
God. Here's my next issue. Maybe I do rate this book later because this is turning into like a hate
Now that we're
rant.
talking about it again, guys, this is what usually happens.
This is, I'm so sorry for people that really liked this book. Okay, so then she's high as fuck. Tip runs off. So then she like floats away into the crowd. And guess what? Jaren saves her, which I'm like, love that. And then she's all like drunk on
This
high.
also cracked me up though. She wanted to pet a cat in the street, and Jaren goes, "That's a dead rat." That actually made me fucking laugh. I thought that and then she goes, "Sad kitty."
Yeah.
I actually thought that was...
I liked this part too, because I'm like, okay, we're getting something between them
Yes.
besides these like dumb
horrible
scenes.
glances.
Here's the thing. This is where I have an issue. Is she gets back, they lay her on the couch.
This actually pissed me off
Cresta
so bad.
is so mad. She's so high that she says the whole life story and how much she loves Jaren and how she was addicted to angel dust and what happened. And Cresta's kind of like trying to stop her, but also like trying to explain because the two guys are there, but she's so high she doesn't realize that the two guys are there.
And I also was like pissed off because Kiva said, "I didn't mean to make the mistakes." I said, that feels like such a fucking cop-out. And for this to clear the air between her and Jaren, it's gonna piss me off. I didn't mean to make the mistakes. Fuck you! You made them!
So the only way she actually is honest and has an honest conversation is when she's under the influence, and I also think that's like a horrible portrayal for a young adult book.
I agree.
It's like you can only be under the influence to fucking say that you're sorry and how you really feel, and then then he kisses her to sleep at night
I literally
And,
wrote
like,
Jaren
feels-
kissing her is lame.
and feels super guilty.
Yeah.
For the angel dust thing. It just felt like you said, like a little bit of a cop-out. I just felt like she never had to have that hard conversation that everyone else did.
No, and I was just also pissed because at this point she's so high she tells him that the other option would have been kissing Jaren. I'm like, okay, so it's not like we even like hid what the other option was for even a fucking day. Mm-hmm. Like I was just so unimpressed with this scene. Like some of it was funny because whatever, but also this is what's helping like resolve all of your issues. Granted, they don't go back to being lovey-dovey after this, but I was still
But this
so
was their
unimpressed.
conversation,
Yeah.
basically clearing the air.
Which, what do you mean?
And I understand, I'm trying to like think about the author, and I'm like, was she trying to say, like, be realistic where like shit does come out when you're drinking, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine, but I just was really unimpressed
I
with,
don't-
like, how much came out, maybe.
Yeah.
And, like,
And I also just was like, my thought process here, for what? It just felt dumb. It didn't feel like it had true meaning behind it. I appreciated how Cresta reacted, being like so upset with her for relapsing. Kiva telling Cresta that like she's sorry her family didn't survive, but she's happy that she's a part of her. Like if this would have been just a Cresta and a Kiva conversation, it would have gone a lot farther for me if later on she had another thing where
Yes.
she came to terms with Jaren. Because this was like a real connecting moment for them because Cresta's so hard that it's like not easy to have conversations
yeah,
like this
and
with
she
her.
was saying, like, oh, you're a part of
Yes.
my family. Yes, that is a good point to bring up.
Like I wish the boys wouldn't have been there.
It just felt like...
It felt like a cop out.
Yeah, I was so unimpressed.
Yeah.
And then I was also kind of unimpressed that, like, it took her half a day to get over this, like puking. Okay, so she puked a little. Like, again, I'm like, if this is, like, the equivalent of Coke or heroin or whatever,
Yeah.
like,
And also like
it didn't feel, like, as dire. of a-
No.
It was like, okay, well, that sounds like a fucking regular alcohol hangover. I don't know.
no, it was just
I
we
didn't-
also side note, we didn't mention this. Well, they're all finding these rings. Another like their group splits up and the rest go to find the anomalies, which felt really dumb because we really got no information.
Literally
from this.
nothing. What was that, to get rid of Galdrick for a while and
We
Tor and Ashlyn?
found out that none of the anomalies wanted to talk to them or join in their fight, and we find out that Navik was like holding the anomalies families hostage.
At the
keep
same
them fighting
time, we
them.
found out that, like, Navik's at their dates.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like,
It was
okay, well,
fucking pointless.
obviously, we
yeah.
got... I also put that. I did write that down, and I'm like, useless mission to get anomalies.
Yeah. And then the next chapter, Keldon and Kiva have another heart-to-heart. And they talk about it. Stuff gets resolved. There's crying again. And then Jaren tries to talk to her and she blows him off.
Literally runs away from him. Like, physically runs.
Guys, they end up together. They end up together.
Like, again, I'm like, you have a chance to redeem yourself here and just be like, hey. And the thing is, she remembers everything that she said.
Which also, that felt like it didn't track for me either.
Yeah, it would have been made more sense if she ran away. It's just something like, so you didn't mean it then. You didn't mean anything that you said then.
So dumb. It was so dumb. And then they go to the next place, and the queen, like, loves Jaren and Calden. She's really young. It's actually really cute because Tip asks Kiva, how do you know if you're in love?
Yeah.
Like, it was actually so cute. I loved it.
They have to go up on this mountain together. A Valentus and a Quarantine.
And Kiva immediately goes, me and Calden will do it. And I was, like, so fucking pissed because I'm like, okay. Oh, fucking K. We are almost done with this book, and they haven't made up yet.
75% of the way through.
Yep, and they haven't made up yet. And I was like, okay, this is actually pissing me off. I wish it would have been more of a statement of it has to be the royal heir and whatever her stupid last fucking name is. A Quarantine. Because then she's like tweaking out. Her and Calden are gonna go up. Calden goes out at night and he was like, don't drink too much. Of course, the next morning he's hungover. Jaren's going up the mountain with her. Again, feels like another fucking cop-out.
So when they're going up the mountain, still doesn't talk, like, most of the way up. And then they have this almost, like, near-death experience.
Which just also felt so dumb.
And
Oh, this pissed me off!
then it's raining at the top of the mountain, and they can see the cave. And then all of a sudden, like, everything kind of comes out, and she's like, he kind of fixes it all.
He fixes it all, and she goes...
And he kisses her.
Yeah, and she's, like, crying when she saved Jaren, and he's like, why are you crying? I'm like, you just heard her admit that she's in love with you. Of course she's going to be upset if you die. And then he's like, I didn't mean anything I said. And she goes, really? And then they make out, and they're like, back together again. And we're done. That's the only... We're not addressing anything else.
And then they go into this cave, and they're wet and soaking, and they don't even try to do anything else. They, like, have one kiss, and that's it. And then she's like,
We
yeah.
didn't get sex out of it.
She's like, we should probably find the ring. No, like, we didn't even get, like...
A heavy-handed makeout.
Or, like, something. Like,
Or like
something.
maybe just even a deeper conversation quick.
Or, like, I was really hoping, like, a Jacob and Bella situation where, like, they have to take off their clothes and, like, cuddle naked for heat purposes. So it's, like, raining, and I just needed something.
Because this relationship is so shallow and
then
so fucking bad.
And then she keeps saying how smelly the cave is, and I kept being like, ugh, just, like, stop.
Yeah, they're like,
You're upsetting me.
they basically said we probably shouldn't have sex the first time in a smelly cave.
I know, I'm like, I'm trying to fantasize here, and you're fucking wrecking it.
I quite literally was so over this. Not impressed with the way they made up. Because they literally just move on, and then they get...
Then Ashlyn comes up, and she's like, I have to tunnel you down. Navik's at our gates. And they're
And
like,
they're- yeah, so then
'Kay, so-
they have to split, the group has to split up. Ashlyn, Tor, and whatever, they're going back to help fight and rally the rebels. And then Galdrick is taking them to the last kingdom to get the last ring. They get there. The queen is like, don't have the ring. It's actually your family crest ring.
yeah, you dummy.
And they're like, oh no, Zulika has that. Oh my fucking god.
Sam, this is turning into a hate rant for you.
It is, because it is dumb.
I actually, you know what I was really bummed about? So the mom plot thing, and then they kept continuously talking about how cool this last kingdom
Yeah,
was.
we didn't get to see it.
We didn't get to have a lick of it, and she seemed like the coolest fucking
She did.
queen.
She invites them for high tea in her enchanted forest castle.
Yeah.
And they go, actually, we can't come. Ride your horses back into town.
But we
And
got,
he's like, why,
we got
Darius?
fat porno guy instead.
I'm just picturing that guy with, like, a chin, like, out to here, and sweaty. Very sweaty.
Anyways, so then Yeah, I don't know. So
I
then they get there, everyone's fighting, they kind of split up. Like, Tor's leading the rebels with Ashlyn. They're a thing, by the way. Calden's kind of hurt
Oh,
by
yeah,
that,
and
but also with Krista, so that's kind of weird.
we find out that Russ is asexual, so like they were never together, which I was just kind of like, why did we even do the Russ character?
Yeah, she didn't add any. Well,
Like she was like
she
kind of
did, to a
helpful in the
friend.
second, but I was just kind of like, I feel like Kiva could have figured that out by herself, and Russ just felt like an add-on for no reason. Except for Choco Buns, guys. Don't worry, she loves Choco Buns. She'd rather have Choco Buns in her bed than a girl
It was
or
just weird. It was like they were trying to be maybe diverse or something, and like just added in random
I don't
characters
know,
to like
it's
check
just
the box.
Weird. She'd rather have a Choco Bun warming her bed than a man or woman. Get out of my fucking face with that cringy shit.
Whatever.
It's too much.
So then Galdrick, they leave Tip with Galdrick
Nope.
and Calden.
Because Galdrick is.
They leave one of the most powerful guys.
I funneled too much.
They leave like two of the most powerful people behind.
Yep.
Because Kiva's got to get in there and whatever the fuck she's got to do. So they get there
Nothing.
and whatever. There's like all this random fighting going on. They
So-
get through the castle and she's like, we got to split up.
This also pissed me off so bad. Okay, they split up. She finds the room where she's assuming that Zulika's like holed up. She goes in. The Queen, Oriel, and Mirren are all there with the death magic over them.
And she's like, I got to wake him up to ask Mirren about the ring, which I'm like, just go fucking check on your own. Don't wake up all these people that you don't know how they're going to react. Mirren literally stabbed you in the back, and now you're like, I'm going to use my magic to wake her up
She's
and
the
ask
first
her
one that she woke up to.
and ask her questions. Like, again, you're not using your head.
Like, it's one thing to wake up the Queen and Oriel. They've always been on your side.
So she wakes them up and she uses up all of her magic, and then she's like, oh, now I can't defeat
She literally
Zulika.
goes, oh, I probably shouldn't have done that.
So now she's like, I don't know what I'm going to do.
I probably shouldn't have done that. Ooh.
Then all of a
Ooh.
sudden, Navik and Galdrick strode in, and guess what? Like you said, Galdrick has been playing them the whole time. They have this army of anomalies, whatever. Galdrick is all like, mwahaha, evil. I'm not really sure what was a lie, so he was still into her mom.
So he said, I loved your mother, but I knew that I should have been the rightful leader the whole time when she started to back out.
Which I'm like, I would have also loved more backstory on why he was so gung-ho on the rebels.
Yeah.
It just felt like we're like, let's make him evil.
I wish I would have found out that the Queen killed his mother when he was 5.
Yeah, like why are you so
Yeah.
evil? Like I want to know
Doesn't
what
make
you know how
any
they
sense.
usually give like a villain backstory.
Yeah.
Like even Navik. Okay, so he was like not born with magic, right? So he was kind of
He's
like obsessed
envious.
with.
He's
Yeah.
got an abusive father.
So like,
yes, like there's a backstory on why he's evil there. But it was just...
and then okay, so then the rings like disintegrate him.
This also pissed me off. He puts on all of the rings, and then Kiva pushes her magic into it, and he just burns alive. And then the rings go to ash with it. And I said, okay, cool, so Jaren's not getting his magic back?
I literally thought the same thing. I'm like,
And I said-
all of that work to fucking waste it on this guy. You could have just stabbed him or something. Or guess what? Practiced with your magic way before, so you could have done something.
And I was also so confused.
Oh, she's so lame.
And also the Queen knew about this, knew about all of this, and was like egging them on. And then we find out that the whole time, the thing that could give back the God's eye or whatever is the fucking amulet she's wearing. So they've had that the whole time. Jaren could have had his magic the whole time.
Which also, I was like, I was super resentful at Kiva. Like, how was that not a sore subject for them? Like, I know they touched on it and stuff, but like when he got there and he's physically unable to use magic against all these magic wielders, I would have been like, thanks, Kiva, you fucking bitch. Was it worth it for you to not choose a side and not
Literally-
fucking tell me? Like,
Yeah.
you could not tell me that relationship doesn't have
No.
issues.
Every time she turns around, he's like,
Yeah, literally.
like,
That was hard for me.
okay,
That was
have
like
you ever
magically
seen
fine.
those TikToks that are like rom-com couples that didn't stay together after the series ends?
No, I want to know.
Kiva and Jaren,
That could be one of our mini episodes.
Rachel and Ross.
Yeah, they had issues.
Hate them.
Like, we'll touch on
We'll
that.
touch next week.
We'll touch. So that was kind of issue, I don't know. And then she runs out to Jaren and immediately puts his magic back into him. And then Zulika comes and so then Cresta reveals herself as Navik's sister.
Which this was a really good twist.
I loved that. It was kind of obvious. I mean, they set it up.
Yeah, they did set it up.
I wouldn't say it was obvious, but they set it up.
I didn't think it was obvious, but I started to get sus when she was like, Navik's the type of guy that would do this. Where's Navik's sister? And I was like,
Well, and then when she got into the castle and she just booked it away,
yeah.
I was like, she's up to something.
I didn't see it coming, but I also wasn't surprised that there was a twist with her character, if that makes sense.
So she defeats Navik.
She's the new Queen of Mervin.
Kiva, Zulika's coming along. She's like, join me. She's being like super evil, just fucking killing people off.
Super evil.
And she doesn't take her shot. Like,
Oh.
I know she's tired and used up all her magic on the 3 little coma people. But even Galdrick was like, when you see her, take your shot.
Yeah.
Shoot first. Like, does
Which,
she
like-
do that? No! She fucking just drags it out until Kiva, like, she cons Kiva again and throws the fucking dagger right at Jaren, and he just got his magic back.
I actually think I would have DNF'd at 95% if he lost his magic and if he got to keep it
And
for
then
5
she
minutes.
jumps in the way, loses her magic, basically almost dies from a stomach wound. And then how does Zulika die again? I don't remember.
Oh,
she
she
kills
cuts her
her.
with the she cuts her with the god blade.
Oh, yeah.
So then she basically gets Nari tackles her to the ground.
Oh, yeah, she doesn't die. Zulika doesn't die.
No,
Yeah, she
Zulika
gets
doesn't die.
stabbed.
Kiva pulls the knife out of her stomach and cuts her. And then Kiva's like, eh. And she passes out and she wakes up in the hospital.
Which, just like before this, like, Navik was already dead
Yeah.
before this Zulika thing happened. Like, I'm
And
like,
we also didn't even focus on the Navik and Cresta fight.
that was way better.
I'm sorry.
And she's
We've
just-
been talking about how crazy ass this man is, and Cresta, we didn't even get to see it.
And she's just like toying with Zulika and like actually listening to her and all this stuff. And I was just like, no,
No.
it doesn't feel like.
This is dumb. Shut the fuck up.
So then she wakes up. She's in the Silverthorn place getting healed.
Oh, we also forgot like this major plot thing. So when Galdrick comes back with Tip and Navik, he's killed Calden.
Oh, yeah.
He's poisoned him.
Did you think he was actually dead?
No, I said Tip gave him something, right?
Yeah.
Because Tip was shoving water down his throat. And Galdrick was being like, what a dumb boy! Putting water down his
Navik.
throat. Navik, Galdrick, who the fuck? Stupid boy.
Or maybe it was Galdrick.
It was
you're right,
Galdrick.
You're right. I don't know. They're all one and the same.
God, there's too many characters in this book that did nothing.
So then she's like healing, and like I still was annoyed because Jaren wasn't even there when she first wakes up.
No.
She gets like 8 million other dumb visitors. Like, come on.
Yeah, Jaren's in an urgent council meeting.
Here's my biggest thing. Maybe not my biggest thing, but one of my other big things. She wasn't even sad that she lost her magic.
she
and
didn't
she was
care.
like, I'm just relieved because now I just don't have to worry about it anymore. That sucked. You know what? Rewrite. Here's a rewrite. I would have loved to see, okay, more backstory on the mom.
Yep.
More backstory on like Galdrick.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have loved to see her come into her magic in this book and like really embrace it and like use it for good and like prove to everybody that healing magic is good.
Yeah.
Because now everybody has this like scary thing about it, and
Yeah.
she's like, yeah, I'm just like fine now. Like the work's off my hands. Like I don't have to like worry
Because
about
does
it. that
anybody
make
have healing
sense
magic in
to
the
you?
world anymore?
I don't think so,
Yeah.
unless she has an heir. So it's like her and Jaren, and then so then I'm like, so then your kid has possibly healing magic, and you're
And
just
you
gonna
can't
be
even
like,
show them how to use it.
It's scary. So like
So anyways, they
it
basically,
just sucked.
we get a meet and greet from everybody. She sees Jiren, yada yada. And then at the end of the book, they take Zulika to Zalandov. which this was weird.
I also thought it was super
Mirren also
weird.
got banished, and now her and Seraphine are back together, which crazy. Crazy that Mirren, the only thing she caught for this was, don't come back here anymore. Anyways, they drop Zulik off, and she's like, is this where
So,
you
like-
want me to beg? And then they're like, no, bye. And then we find out that they're creating a judicial system for Zalendov, and that
I'm like-
Rook is going to Zalendov. And then I wanted to scrub my ears out. This was so cringy. As Kiva goes, what do we do now? And Jaren leans in her, whispers in her ear, we dream. End of the book. Kill me. Actually,
I think that didn't bother me as much because I'm like, thank God. It's
it's
over.
over. Because I'm picturing, we dream. Get out of my ear. God.
No, yeah, because that's all fucking Kiva can do. She can't fucking do anything. I just thought that was weird. It was a weird ending. Everybody Calden's not dead.
No. Everybody's in love.
Everyone has this, like, magically partnered up.
Tor, Ashlyn, and Ress are like a thing going on.
And that's where I'm like, I'm done with YA. Like,
Yeah.
somebody should have died. There needs to be, like, something that, like, it didn't work out
I'm
magically
sorry,
perfect.
the fact that Mott and Tilda are the
And, like, I just felt like there was no real
No.
depth to the characters or...
And 3 books is a lot for no depth.
No depth. Maybe...
No, I feel like there was depth. I feel like Cresta had a deep character. I feel like Calden
Yeah,
had
but
a
we
deep
didn't
character.
get her till the end.
Calden?
Yeah.
But either way. And also,
like,
I want to know what I was
plot-wise-
thinking. We never went anywhere with the queen being abusive when she got drunk and nobody telling her things.
I feel like the author was just trying to throw things in there.
I don't know. Can I change it? What, 1.5?
I know, I'm feeling like 2.5 now. I mean, I liked the rings part. I
I
liked
could
Jaren's character. I
Yeah.
liked Nari's character. I liked Cal.
I think the
Tip
only
was
person I
fun.
really didn't like was Kiva, which obviously that's upsetting when we're reading from her perspective. I wonder if we would have liked this book better if it would have been, what's it called when it's not just like the first person perspective?
Like a duel.
Yeah, if we would have seen like
Narrative or
kind of like how
something.
Throne of Glasses where you get everybody's perspectives. Wonder if we would have liked it more. Would have really liked to know what Jaren was thinking during
I
all
just
these
feel
things.
like the plot was just lacking in like really important areas for me. Like I just did not get the rebel movement, and that was like my biggest frustration.
Okay, next time we read YA, I want it to not be a first person perspective. I'm wondering if we'd like it better. We're not reading YA for a long time. Like we're
You know what sucks is like a lot of the popular books right now are YA. Like
We were
I
talking
really,
about that.
really have been excited for Shield of Sparrows.
Yeah.
It's the redhead and they're like out on ocean and like there's
Yeah.
all these different monsters and stuff and I got really excited about that. But that one's YA too and I'm like I just don't know if I can do that right now. But that's the only one that I'm like,
I know, because we were kind of talking about it, and we're wondering if maybe there's not a lot of like adult fantasy right now. Because
They're
I'm
all
wondering
in the
if Rebecca
fall.
Yaros and Sarah J. Maas are just kind of running the game that people don't even want to like enter that like area.
The only one that I could think that people were buzzing about was Starside by Alex Astor, and I know you don't want to read that. I'm curious to read
No,
it because that one is an adult.
We've
she
had-
made that very clear.
We've had enough time to process Crown Tide that I can probably do it, but I need to know how many books are going to be in that fucking series because if it's 6, Crown
the-
Tide is at 6 books, guys.
Stormside is already
Is Stormside the last one of Crown Tide?
so it's Starside is this new
Okay.
book, and then Stormside is already coming out.
Okay.
So I don't know how many books there
I'd be
are, but-
curious because if it's like another 6-book series,
I don't know.
Well, are we counting the novella? Crown Tide was only technically book 4.
I feel like the novella was long enough to count.
Okay, then 5.
Yeah.
So yeah, then total it'll be 6. Yeah, you're right.
But, yeah, so that's kind of where I'm sitting. I was really excited for this series again.
Well, we've had this on our TBR
For
for
a
a really long time.
time.
And again, on Goodreads, it's like 4.8, I think.
It's a solid score.
It's 4.44 or 4.8. I couldn't remember which one I saw.
Either way, it's above 4, which is a good rate, if you ask me, for having hundreds of thousands of reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Just, yeah, not what I was looking for.
I know. So we're toggling around maybe the Wolf King, maybe some other series. We
Yeah.
don't really know. We're non-committal because we're worried.
We do know what we're reading next. We're reading God of the Wood.
Oh yeah, did we say that yet?
No.
Okay, yeah, God of the Wood. It's a mystery thriller. It's our first mystery thriller that
Yeah.
we're reading together for the pod.
I've read thrillers before. Have you?
No.
Okay.
But it's our first one on the pod.
Yes, it is first on the pod.
And it's the first one
It's
we've
more
read
of, I just didn't
together.
know if you've read one before.
No.
I tend to like thrillers, so I'm very excited for this one. I do think I might just bite the bullet and buy it. What that place, the one you were talking about, what was it?
It might be at the library, like a physical copy.
Well, the audiobook, you know, it usually says like 4 weeks,
I
3
know.
weeks. It says several months. Mm-hmm. Because I put it on my queue just to see.
I do feel like listening to it, I'm halfway through it, and since there's so many different point of view changes and date changes, I feel like a physical copy would be nice.
Because I feel like I need to, when I start the chapters, I need to do like who it is and the date, like the year, for me to keep track of it. Do you feel like that's important to keep track of the years?
Yeah, I feel
You're
like I've
farther than I
definitely
am.
missed stuff because I've just
Okay.
been sort of like,
So I might just bite the bullet and buy it on Kindle Unlimited too. We'll see. But yeah, so we're gonna jump into a new genre, hopefully get a palate cleanser, and then maybe jump into some fantasy that's not YA. We're open. If you guys have book recs that is adult YA, please let us know.
we're reading Binding 13 at some point.
Yes, that's in the next 3 books we read.
Or else.
Or else she's gonna kill me.
I think that's a romance you might actually like.
No, I'm here for it. I need to be open. I need to try it. And why not send it with one that you've been barking up my tree to read? So,
Barking.
barking.
Okay, we'll do our game on Thursday.
Yeah.
And
You might see some new content next week.
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We're working on it. Other than that, we'll see you Wednesdays, whether that's every other Wednesday or every Wednesday. Wednesdays.
Yeah. Tune in.
Do you have anything else to add?
Fuck YA.